Who next, buddy? I'll jump to whoever you think. You tell
Okay,
me.
let's take it to the Count.
The Count. All right. Let's take it to the Count. Ready?
That's nice.
The Count. I like the Count. Tell me what you think of the Count.
Yeah, all right. Well, he's my least fave of the Dark Lords, and I think it's
the walking stick lightsaber. You don't like the walking stick lightsaber?
I do like he's got.
That put you up?
I'm just not sure. I mean, you know. You even think about it. He's hardly even referred to as Darth Tyrannus, is he? Or Tyrannus?
No.
He's, they don't even use his Darth name very often.
Well, when they're talking about the Caminos getting instructions and they're getting directions from a Darth Tyrannus.
Yes, that's right.
I'm thinking, is that right?
Yes.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
But no one's ever calling him that.
No. But he's a Count. He's a Count on his home world. I did a little bit of research. Sereno is the name of his homeworld. Right. He's a Count there. His family's wealthy, so the Count is a title or sort of above board. It's not a Dracula thing.
Yeah,
I guess his was too. He probably was a formal title. Dracula's, I don't know. Story.
Well, he had a castle.
Yeah, you'd think he'd be getting titles, wouldn't you? More than an MR, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so he's a Count.
He's a Count. Yep. And what do we know about him? We know that his master, of course, was Master Yoda. Yoda.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
When he was a Jedi, it was Yoda.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's an interesting...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, I've recently sort of brushed up on it myself, but yeah, Yoda was his master, and he does reference it. And his apprentice was Qui-Gon.
Yeah, I knew that. Yes.
So
he's fairly well entwined with the Jedi. He was one of them, well and truly.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, he was the master of Qui-Gon.
Yes.
He was the student of Yoda.
Yeah.
And then he turns to the dark side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't seem very important detail when you watch the prequels. It doesn't seem, do you know what I mean?
It makes a lot of sense.
It almost goes to the
really
fact
big
that,
news, shouldn't it?
Well, everything was poorly communicated, or the whole thing, the message, the sentiment was lost. I felt like, lines are being delivered, there's lots of great action, but where's the heart, And Rogue One had heart.
Yeah.
Rogue One had heart.
Yeah. Well said. I agree. Krennic, I think, Ben Mendelsohn, I think, really brings it home in Rogue One. He's brilliant. Proud of him. Yeah, really proud of that.
From the first lines that he spoke when he was talking to Gale and Urso, when they just land on that planet, and he's saying, farming, man of your talents, and he says, lonely, I'd imagine. It's
love
a
that
good
line.
existence.
Yeah.
Lonely, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
It's just every line is so real.
Yeah, and he's got that smart aleck part of the Empire, but then he's so proper and official, and almost, he just manages to have you on that edge. He's still an Empire. You get the feeling with him that he is an Empire ranking officer. He knows how to speak, but he loses a bit and gives it to Tarkin, and as we see, he's a bit of a maverick.
Yeah.
Krennic's a maverick.
But Tarkin it was good to see that side of. Interesting, isn't it? We're getting a better vision of Tarkin now, and a CG character played by another actor. But it was good. I liked it. It all came across nicely, and getting back to Krennic, I liked him with the Vader sequence too, because you see him pull back and be nervous. Vader made him a little nervous.
Yes, even in the intro, it's like Darth Vader, whoa, Vader, and he's still trying to hold it together to sound official, but there's a lot of fear almost, or there's an imposing nature that Krennic acknowledges in that opening greeting, Darth Vader. He doesn't try to hide it, and I guess you wouldn't. I mean, it's Darth Vader. I mean, you wouldn't, would you?
But no, Krennic's fantastic. He did just the lines. He delivers them so well. But getting back to our Sith.
Yes, yes. So Dooku, it was Dooku, wasn't it? We were on Dooku, and so obviously,
you know how we got off Dooku?
Yeah.
We started talking about the lack of heart in the prequels, and then we were talking about the presence of heart in Rogue One, and now we're talking about Krennic. All right,
that's cool. That's cool. It's all cool and Geek Men. There ain't no one telling us what to do. So it's all in.
Yeah.
Back to Dooku. But back to Dooku. Back on point, the man pulled together the Independent Confederacy of Star Systems, I think, and started pulling together what would...
My favourite bit with Dooku was when he's got Obi-Wan suspended, like he's tied up in that thing, and he's...
What's going on there?
Dooku and Obi-Wan says, well, you've got me, what are you doing? And he's and he comes in and says, no, it's there, it's all a big mistake. What's going on? It's like he knows nothing
I'll have you released immediately.
It's just really fantastic. Yeah. You know, I mean, Christopher Lee. I would never rag on Christopher Lee.
Yeah,
I mean, that shit's gold.
Yeah,
you know, I love the way he did that. You know, it's all a big mistake. You know, I'll have you released.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how it became bad in amongst all that brilliance.
Yeah.
Darth Maul and Christopher Lee, and where did the prequels go wrong when they had Natalie Portman and Ewan McGregor and Rick and Heck,
the names. Yeah.
Where is it going wrong? Because when you start breaking it down and talking about it, you say, well, Christopher Lee is fucking great. And, Ewan McGregor is wonderful.
Yeah.
So, where is the bad? How does it all happen? It's just pieced together. It didn't work.
It's the writing too.
The writing. It's, of course.
Yeah, it's the way, because he's the way the story's been written and the things he chooses to film and show the screen. And, you think about the amount of sitting there is. The prequels have a lot of sitting. You think they're in Padme's just to make a part of this, sitting, chatting to each other. A lot of sitting in the prequels, There's other scenes in her bedroom. There's a few scenes in her bedroom, So there's sitting, there's chick's bedroom. No offence to girls, no offence to girls at all. But, it is Star Wars and you go on, can we get on with it?
There's that bit in the Clone Wars from between where she's going to go back to her home planet and he escorts her.
Yeah.
And they go through this various
carrying luggage.
And then they're on, and R2's getting food for them, and they're talking, and then they land, and then there's sequences there and that big chunk of time just goes on. And we're talking about a movie where every moment counts.
Yeah.
There's huge amounts of time committed to
the most mundane of things.
And that livens up. You've got a bit of an Obi-Wan with Django on the planet. Okay, we're back into it. Then we're out of it again. Then we're right out of it. So we have our moments. That Django stuff. Bob. I loved it.
Yeah. That's some of the best Star Wars on screen. It deserves to be up there. That's a great sequence. Hero versus villain. Killer.
So, but getting back to
so Dooku pulled together the Confederacy of Independent Systems and recruited Jango Fett as the first clone, the original clone. So the stories that he submitted, So I give him strategy. I say he's good on strategy, Dooku, and he's at the Force Lightning stage. It's an achievement, I'm sure.
What did you think of the sword battle with him and Yoda? Do you remember when you saw it for the first time what you thought? Because that's nothing you'd ever seen before.
I was pretty moved. I was pretty moved by it. I think I was almost, for me, witnessing like a green angel, an angel of green.
So you liked it?
I did. I thought the way he moved and jumped around, I thought it was fantastic. And to see the speed and to see in that moment just the forces of good and evil, and I think it was embodied well almost by some of Yoda's acrobatics, as strange as that sounds, and I could really clearly see good and evil fighting each other with the way this green thing was moving. Because it lifts not only sword play, but because it's Yoda, it lifts the use of the Force up, and you should believe you're witnessing something special in the Force, or something done by a Grandmaster. So
because it's the Force that drives him. Otherwise, he wouldn't be capable of such things.
Yeah.
It's like lifting the X-wing out of the water. It's the
that.
Force that drives him. And you can watch that and say, oh, that little fella jumping around, but it's the Force that drives him. So, yeah, no, I remember seeing it for the first time. But again, it was hard to process. It was really another one of those really confronting, I've never seen Yoda do that. I've never imagined Yoda doing that. And how does this sit, you know?
Yes, I'll give you that. When he was turning around, rah, 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 you know, on the third one or the second one, you're going, oh, is this almost funny? You know, he was almost a Muppet. But he never became a Muppet. I think he always held it as Yoda. But yeah, there was a moment there you weren't sure, first time stuff. But yeah, I love that stuff, the sequence.
Here's to you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Here's to you.
Here's to you.
Cucarachas enojadas.
Blasters on full.